And the one thing about the baby Dubs, this is what I'm calling them, is that, the Warriors won a championship last year. But a lot of those guys didn't have an impact on that championship run. Mm-hmm. They look hungry, Shasky.
Yeah, they do.
They look hungry, and they're scrapping for minutes here saying, I want to play on this team, and I want to contribute to a back-to-back championship.
It's a really good point, and they do look hungry. And more than anything, it just feels like these guys realize minutes are at a premium, and so when you go in there, you can't just hover. You can't float around. I call it the spaceman, going up and down the court. Like Kelly Oubre used to do this. He'd just go up and down the court and really
not knowing where to be.
Yeah, exactly. Ball comes to him. No one's going to touch it other than him. He's going to hoist up shots that aren't rhythmic and then aren't within the flow of the offense. I like that. The Wiseman thing, because I know we're going to get on Draymond. Bob Myers said, and it was something to the effect of Wiseman was going through a really tough time in the last couple of years, and he sought out therapy. And I know this is a very taboo topic, just mental health and whatnot. That showed me so much maturity in the young man. I've expressed what I've gone through in life, and I've gone through many different therapies and still do at times. And you think you got everything under control, and sometimes you don't. And you need the tool belt from someone else to kind of give you the strength to be able to arm yourself to go through your day-to-day. Right. This kid was getting bombarded. On every platform, social media, in his face, every turn. You suck. You're not good enough.
You're a bust.
And
you're not LaMelo.
Like, hey, that's part of being a professional. Like, I hear you. It is part of being a professional. That doesn't mean it's not hard.
Well, not only that.
Like, I think we kind of underestimate that. Well, like, we hear we have a minute level of social media followers, and we get a little tiny, just a scrap of what these guys are getting in terms of criticism.
Yeah, it's a little blip.
And I struggle with it, and I'm a 40-year-old man.
No, I struggle with it too. And the thing with James Wiseman, it's not just what he's gone through in the NBA. Think about the year before.
That's a good point.
You go to Memphis to play for Penny Hardaway, and you play in 3 games, 69 minutes, and they're saying, you know what, your season's done. So they just sit out the rest of that season. You don't get to play basketball. All you're doing is hanging out in South Beach, working on your game. Then all of a sudden you get drafted. You get COVID at training camp. And then your first game ever as a pro, there's Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving. Go ahead and start against the Brooklyn Nets.
With no one in the stands.
No one in the stands. And then, by the way, next game on Christmas Day, you're going up against Giannis Antetokounmpo, where he had some moments against Giannis Antetokounmpo. So you think about what he's done. So you mentioned the therapy, also music. He was rapping. Yes. He was listening to music.
I follow him on Instagram, and he posts things on SoundCloud a lot.
Yeah, all the time.
I listen to it. It's not bad.
It's not bad at all. So you get to James Wiseman, and Kendra Andrews wrote a nice piece about him on ESPN.com yesterday, where the grin on his face, even at media day in Japan yesterday, he's smiling ear to ear because he's just like, I'm happy to play basketball. And he told Kendra out in Tokyo, Japan, he was smiling so hard. She goes, why are you smiling? He goes, I finally caught a body when he dunked on Kristaps Porzingis. So he's just happy to play the game. So that's what it puts a smile on my face to see him out there working because he's a truly genuine kid.
Absolutely.
And to see him at media day, he's being more open. He's like, look, man, I've been here. I've just been working.
Yeah.
I've been working. That's all I've been doing. I've been in the gym, playing pickup. I'm working. I didn't go anywhere. So I like to see the young kid. And look, that pick and roll, Steve Kerr talked about it yesterday. The pick and roll between Jordan Poole and James Wiseman. Oh, my God. It feels like it's an automatic bucket.
Are any of them 21 years old officially yet?
Wiseman, I don't believe is 21. I could be wrong. I know Kuminga's not 21. Wiseman actually did turn 21 back on March 31st.
So he can legally drink.
Yeah, Moody can't. Kuminga can't.
PBJ can't. I don't think Ryan Rollins can.
Ryan Rollins, maybe he's on the cusp.
Okay. But the point being is that they've got a nice little, and look, not all of them are going to develop into superstars. We see how
Rollins,
this works.
20 years old.
July
3rd.
In terms of like being able to blend the old with the new, this is one of the things, and I geek out on these things. When you build a team, there's nothing more cool to me than trying to develop the future while also maintaining the current and knowing how important those guys were to your past in terms of Draymond, Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Kevon Looney, Iguodala. Like, this is the best of both worlds for me on a variety of levels, and I'm really looking forward to the season.